enough. Come on, you can do this.
Welcome to the game. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson, and I hate to toot my own horn, but... Oops, sorry, that wasn't mine. There we go, that one's mine. Hi there, you two. So, which one of you is Rihanna and which one is Chris Brown? I'm sorry, too soon? You all take care of those screws now. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by...
Kale Mart. If you find a single thing in our store that is not associated with kale, it's free. Kale Mart. We don't even know what kale is, and we don't care.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. All right, we're taking off.
Get ready, time for question. One.
First, mail enhancement. Just taking a moment to open my mail. Something I like to do every couple of years. Probably should have paid that. An old Christmas card. Well, let's see what it says inside. Well, it's been a big year for the whole family. Junior learned to drive, Mom changed jobs, and Dad started a drug empire cooking and selling high-quality methamphetamine. What TV family is this Christmas card from? Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds. Why, yes, this card is from Walter and Skylar White and their son Walt Jr. from the show Breaking Bad. And I'd read you the rest of the letter, but it's full of spoilers. Well, Player 1, looks like your plan backfired. This one's known as positive feedback. What might you hear from a kingfisher that's fishing for compliments? So, did anybody notice I just got my scales waxed? So, did you guys see I'm wearing my fur differently? So, how does everyone like my new gill tattoo? Or, isn't anybody gonna mention my new feather do? Player 2, watch. Player 1. Player 2. Smart people choose this. A kingfisher is a type of bird. You know, those things with feathers. Wow, talk about a needy, insecure bird. Oh my god, it's been 15 minutes. Somebody tell me I'm handsome. Interns, somebody tell me I'm handsome.
You're handsome, sir. So handsome, Mr. Masterson.
Ah, let's never cut it that close again.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Let's try Lucy in the Sky with Rubles. And oh yes, it's a dis or dat. Player 1, you seem to be behind, so why don't you play this dis or dat? I'm gonna read off 7 quotes totally out of context. For each one, I want you to tell me if it's something said by legendary pop star Elton John, or something said by Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin. If it was said by Elton John, press the square button. If it was said by Vladimir Putin, press the circle button. Player 2, choose your answer before Player 1, and if Player 1 gets it wrong and you get it right, that cash is yours. Okay, we're off. I do like Britney Spears. I think she... I go to the gym. I myself know some people who are gay. I think happiness is love. I collect emotions. In America, I'd definitely be a I'm 5'8". I hate being short. Good, but not good enough for a greatest hits album. Kind of like the song Elderberry Wine. Exactly. Look, there's a lot of political turmoil in the world. We must trust Elton John's song, The Circle of Life. It's a simple philosophy that says this: no matter what happens, we can rest assured that one day, Vladimir Putin will be eaten by a lion. And on its way, I Hunger for Love. If each member of the Hunger Games love triangle brought something different to the relationship, which of these arrangements would actually result in Katniss catching fire? Katniss brings air, Peeta brings friction, and Gale brings time. Katniss brings friction, Peeta brings fuel, and Gale brings inert gas. Katniss brings heat, Peeta brings time, and Gale brings oxygen. Or Katniss brings heat, Peeta brings fuel, and Gale brings oxygen. Player 1. You'll rue the day. Player 2. The so-called fire triangle outlines what is needed to start and maintain fire, which is heat, fuel, and oxygen. Remove one, no fire. But I'm sure you could get rid of Peeta and it would still be hot. Here's a good one. One show down, 14,312 to go.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And I'll throw some extra roses at you for a right answer. Put these Broadway musicals in order of longest to shortest original runs. Grease, Rent, Spamalot. Rent, Grease, Spamalot. Spamalot, Rent, Grease. Rent, Spamalot, Grease. Or Grease, Rent, Spamalot. Player 2. Ow. Player 1.
Uh-oh.
No, I'll get this. Opening in 1996, Rent ran for 12 years, Grease opened in 1972 and ran for 8 years, and Spamalot opened in 2005 and had a 5-year run. Of course, none of these tops the musical Cats, which ran for 233 straight years. Hard to believe, but true. Good for them. That'll wrap up round 1. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. And keep in mind, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer to the game. Let's see what's in store. May I introduce Chucky Balls? I just love Chuck E. Cheese, especially those big ball pits with all the colorful balls that kids jump around in. So tell me this. Imagine, just hypothetically, that each color ball in a Chuck E. Cheese ball pit were a different virus. When you dive in, which ball could you definitely not come into contact with? A ball that causes polio, a ball that causes herpes, a ball that causes rabies, or a ball that causes plague? Player 2, watch the time. Player 1. How do you say, no? Player 2. Herpes, polio, and rabies are all caused by a virus. Plague is caused by a bacteria, so none of those virus balls could give you plague. Plague is spread by rodents, but luckily not singing animatronic rodents like the ones you find at Chuck E. Cheese. Hey, anyone want to go to Chuck E. Cheese after the game?
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Coming up, Leafy Laughter. Imagine an episode of Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis being filmed with a set of 2 new freshly sprouted ferns. Based on the name for fern sprouts, what might be a better name for that episode? Between 2 saplings with Zach Galifianakis, Between 2 pup shoots with Zach Galifianakis, Between 2 fronds with Zach Galifianakis, or Between 2 fiddleheads with Zach Galifianakis? Watch the clock. Player 2, what were you thinking there? Player 1, I'm gonna vote die on this one. Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. A fern sprout is called a fiddlehead based on its shape, which resembles the top of, you guessed it, a fiddlehead. And like Zach Galifianakis, they take about 40 years to fully blossom.
Follow me down to the sea.
Take a good look at escargot for Margot. Okay, guys, I've got a theory, and I think it's pretty solid. Follow me on this. The movie Key Largo came out in 1948, and the next major Argo movie was Fargo. So there may have been a secret Argo embargo. Ergo, how long was the next Argo embargo between Fargo and Argo? 7 years, 12 years, 17 years, or 22 years? Player 1, 10. Player 1. Let this be a lesson to you. Player 2. No. One right answer coming up. Fargo came out in 1996 and Argo in 2013. Ergo, a 17-year Argo movie embargo. And you know what never went out of style that entire time? Cargo pants. Next, to be or not to be Arthur.
Hi, this is Corky, and how about them Golden Girls, huh?
Old man, what the hell are you doing? Get away from the microphone.
But I need to ask a question.
Give me, damn it, give me that.
No, I
Listen
got
to me,
the
you
micro-
stupid old, give it to me.
Ow!
What's that thing? Who's that fella? Where's that screwly up doodly doo? It's Foggy Facts with Old Man.
Scooty up, do I forget?
All right. Just one question, and then you are out of here.
Okay, 2 questions, great.
One question.
All right, don't get your panties in a... whatever. I'm just trying to remember this one thing. I'm trying to think of this lovely singing gentleman. He was friends with those Muppet puppets, and he lived in Colorado. He talked to God in all those movies, and then he died in a plane crash, and now he's probably talking to the real God. Who the heck was that guy?
Okay, was it Engelbert Humperdinck, Jim Croce, Harry Belafonte, or John Denver? Time's running out. Players 1 and 2. Yes, old man, it's country folk singer-songwriter John Denver. You're talking about John Denver.
I'm not talking about him, you are.
Why were you trying to remember John Denver, old man?
I wasn't.
What are you talking about? You just commandeered this game to ask a question about him.
Who?
John Denver.
Never heard of him. Toodaloo, boy.
Ah! Take a stab at Menage a Treat. Who would not be invited to a Neapolitan threesome? Vanilla Ice, Strawberry Shortcake, the band Sexual Chocolate, or Liz Lemon? Players 1 and 2. Neapolitan ice cream consists of strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, but not lemon. So Liz Lemon would not be invited. Remember, approaching a threesome is just like eating ice cream. If you go at it too quickly, you might damage the roof of your mouth. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but you you already know the rules. Off you go. Watch this Peter P. Who's the Peter P? Good luck. 2, I'm not exactly sure how you won that game, because from the looks of your score, you played blindfolded. But I do know this.
You don't know Jack!
Hi, I'm Mike Builder, General Manager of Jackbox.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and not to brag, but the cashier at Trader Joe's complimented me on my choices today. It's nice to know you'll both have a shoulder to cry on when you utterly fail at this game. Handle those screws carefully. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
The Anti-Pedestrian Council. Hey, I'm trying to drive here, is our motto.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Get ready, time for question.
1.
First question. She mused me. If Taylor Swift broke up with every male currently in the world, about how many songs would she be inspired to write? 1.2 billion songs, 2.3 billion songs, 3.6 billion songs, or 7.4 billion songs? Players 1 and 2? The world population is floating around 7.1 billion, of which 3.6 billion are males. That only gives her a few microseconds for each relationship, but that should be more than enough.
Oh, mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Try this on for size. This question got stuck in my teeth. Who's hungry?
Cookie fortune, Swift, Cookie Masterson.
Okay. This one's a bit violent. Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes. Okay, so I won't shoot anybody until I see their pupils, their irises, their retinas, or their scleras. Player 2? Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. Player 1. Right, the white of your eye is called the sclera. But don't look too long at the enemy's eyes, or you might just fall in love.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Pucker up for Cookie Masterson, the vocab guy. If Bill Nye the Science Guy learned nigh everything there was to know about science, what would be true of him? He would know nearly everything about science, he would know very little about science, he would know exactly everything about science, or he would know nothing about science. Player 1. Sweet dreams. Player 2. What? No. Next time, try this. Nigh means near or nearly. The reason why Bill Nye doesn't know everything about science is because he refuses to accept the Cookie Masterson unifying theory of quantum mechanics as the scientific fact that it is. But I guess people fear what they don't understand. Here's one for you. Your mother smells like the jungle. What are you most likely to see Tarzan scrambling to buy at the last second on Mother's Day? A banana bouquet for Coco, banana candies for Kala, banana perfume for Chim Chim, or a calendar of banana pictures for Abu? Player 1. Player 2. Whoa! Oh, that was nice. Where's that confounded right answer? Kala is the female ape who raised Tarzan in the jungle. His dad wasn't around much. He was too busy sitting around patting his chest with the backside of his hand every couple of minutes.
5 fingers.
I call this one Obesity the Game, and it's a dis or dat. Player 2. Go ahead and take this dis or dat. See if you can increase your cash a bit. I'm going to read off 7 acronyms, and for each one, tell me if it's a type of healthcare plan or a type of video game. If it's a healthcare plan, press the square button. If it's a type of video game, press the circle button. Player 1. Try to lock in your answer before player 2, because if player 2 gets it wrong, but you get it right, you'll steal that cash. Alrighty then, here it comes. HMO, MMO, PPO, POS, FPS, RTS, MOO. That was a big BOO. I can't afford to see a doctor, so I've just started asking the 12-year-olds I play Call of Duty against online for medical advice. They said I should go f*** myself. They also called me an asshole, but my rash cleared up. We've finished round 1. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And hint, hint, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Let's get back to the action. Here's one I like to call Pussycat Control. Oh my god, my cat's poopsie and mayonnaise are driving me crazy. And what do I get from them? Nothing! If my cats were like the cat in the fairy tale Puss in Boots, what would they do for me? Grant me 3 wishes, help me kill a witch, impress my boss and get me a promotion, or help me break an ancient curse? Player 2. Player 1. In Puss in Boots, Puss makes his master look good in front of the king, which results in him marrying the king's daughter or becoming royalty. Why don't you 2 idiots ever do anything like that for me? I haven't had a promotion in years. I have not been stealing office supplies. Those are complimentary, damn it.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Next up, that evidence was Planters. If Mr. Peanut wanted to make some marzipan, which of his other nut friends could he grind up to produce the central ingredient? Mr. Hazelnut, Mrs. Almond, Miss Cashew, or Senor Brazil Nut? Player 2, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Congratulations, Not. Player 1, nicely screwed. You want even more cash? Player 1. Hate to disappoint you, but wait, no I don't. I so wanted you to pick this one. Marzipan is a confection made from sugar, eggs, and ground-up Mrs. Almonds. Regular almonds work too. But Mr. Peanut would be found not guilty because he's a total See, you thought I was gonna say nut, didn't you? No, it's nice guy. He's a really nice guy. No one would believe the murder thing.
Follow me down to the sea.
And now, we're the Buffalo Foam. You know, I'm having a pretty good day, which means...
Hello, Danny.
Yep, there he is.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy, why are you foaming at the mouth?
I've got rabies and I've come to date you.
What? Stay away from me! Did you get bitten by a rabid animal?
Lady, which of these animal dites could not give me rabies? A beaver dite, a non-goose dite, a king cobra dite, or a badger dite?
Player 1. Rabies only affects warm-blooded animals, not reptiles. Besides, you can't get diseases like this, Billy. You're made of wood.
Really? Then how did I get syphilis?
That's a good point. Player 2. I think you know it's coming. Say hello to Yoko Has No Remorse. What Beatles album am I describing? Let it be Yellow Submarine, Abbey Road, or Help. Player 2, you're underwater on this one. Player 1, ... in Morse code is SOS, the International Distress Call. Of course, if the Beatles ever got stranded, they'd need help from somebody, but not just from anybody, picky bastards. Coming up next, F this. How would you read comedian Will Forte's name if it were accompanied by the musical notation Forte? Will Forte! Will Forte! Will Forte! Or Will Forte! Player 2. Player 1. No! Allow me. In music, forte means played loudly. Unlike Will Forte's quiet and nuanced performance in his Oscar-nominated film MacGruber. Welcome to the attack. Oh, do you need to be somewhere? My mistake. Here's your clue. The Prodigy's son returns. They were prodigies in what area? Player 1's got it! Well, Player 1, you ended up with more cash than Player 2, but since both of you ended up below zero, you owe me money. I'll accept checks or money orders made out to...
You don't know Jack!
No matter who